Hey now, I'm Adam Harrington,
And I'm Erik Braa.
and you're watching our boy, David Giltonen.
On the Ultra Mega Death Ray.
I feel kind of bad here actually because these questions are mainly for Adam. Like I didn't really know.
That's completely understandable. I wasn't sure why he tacked me onto this whole thing, but I'm happy.
He'll be tagging along on every interview.
That is not even true.
You're like the old married couple, basically.
Yeah. Right.
Well, we bicker enough, yeah.
Yeah. Right. Mom and Dad are fighting. I think Adam's pretty much going to end up being every voice in the game.
Yeah, I'm Snow White, did you hear?
I would love to hear like a Snow White done by Adam Harrington.
Big B. Big B.
Damn it, Big B.
Come into the room, Big B. I'm waiting. Feel like a divorced couple kind of thing.
It's my weekend. I'm taking them.
So the first question I have here, simply put, why and how did you start doing voiceover work? Voiceover acting, basically.
Well, I've been doing it about 15 years now. I started telemarketing when I was a teenager, and it was pretty much my full-time job. I ended up managing offices up and down the East Coast. Did a lot of character voices from time to time just to break the monotony of the 12-hour days. And of course, I was sort of blessed with my grandpa's genes with the deep voice. And so I got a lot of, you should be on the radio, this and that. And a lot of times people, when they get into voiceover, they tend to go in thinking they'll end up somewhere when they end up somewhere completely different. I wanted to get into the movie trailer stuff. I know Erik did too. In a world and that kind of stuff.
One man, one way.
One man in a world.
And that's when you think voiceover, you think Don Lafontaine, initially. Right. A lot of folks do.
The big star. Yeah.
When I finally got signed to an agent after taking classes with Susan McCullum, Voice Media, Susan and Friends Casting, you get a demo made, and we started being here in the Bay Area, started getting a lot of auditions for video games. So, that's a lot of character work, and I started really flexing my muscles and exercising my character chops. And really it has turned into, I'd say 70 to 80% of my work is character work in video games. I mean, does that sound fair?
Well, there's some commercial work that you do characters in too.
But rarely.
Your first gig.
Yeah, my very first gig was the Tooth Fairy from Brooklyn for Zip2.com, which doesn't exist anymore. Erik and I both talked to a lot of fans, a lot of League of Legends fans who are interested in getting into voiceover, but mistakenly think, how do I get into League of Legends? And we have to explain it just doesn't work that way.
Right.
You need to have a commercial demo, you need to have a narration demo, you need to go into it keeping all your options open and realizing that you're not going to jump right into doing video game characters. I mean,
yeah.
If you're lucky.
I mean, because like I saw like your body of work, and like you've obviously done like a lot of game work and everything, but like I saw you did like a lot of like commercial work, and I imagine that's a lot of like your early stuff. Like doing like doing radio ads, or like doing like spots, promos, things like that, like on the radio, or maybe even like small commercials, things like that.
Yeah, we tend to really start with the radio spots. I mean, your first spot was a radio spot, right?
Probably. I don't even. It was like a TV radio.
TV spot, yeah.
All a haze.
It was a long time ago, trust me.
And you get into developers like Telltale, and they clearly are pretty picky about who they book.
Well, their performance really drives it.
Right, and we do a ton of sort of low budget video games. A lot of them translated from Russian and Japanese,
Polish.
But the Telltale stuff is the next level kind of stuff. The writing, they know how to write for the spoken word. Telltale, forget it. You go in there, you're going to have fun. It's going to be well written. It's going to be very funny a lot of the times.
Very actor driven.
And very dramatic. I mean, you've seen the video of Dave Fennoy at the end of Walking Dead.
Yeah. I played through it too, yeah. So.
Yeah, it comes through, I think, and because you brought them up, Telltale is very, they're adventure games. So the story and the dialogue and things like that really kind of drive the game and are a lot of the game. So for them, you are coming in with some acting chops.
Yeah, and the cast, you know, of some of these games, Wolf Among Us, Walking Dead before it, and then Tales of Monkey Island, Puzzle Agent, you're going to find a lot of our friends, a lot of the same sort of tight-knit Bay Area voiceover community. Mostly it stars the agency. So we're almost like an ensemble at this point, and these guys know that they can count on us to come in and treat the work seriously.
But that's not to say that they don't bring in people from elsewhere, because, you know, Dave Fennoy is in L.A.
Right.
I was actually just thinking about like the kid who plays as Marty McFly in the Back to the Future games. Like he was totally like, you know, outside of like everything, outside the whole voice acting community. He just sent in like a demo reel, and he just happened to sound exactly like, you know, like
exactly.
Like
I mean, it's perfect.
Sometimes, especially with voice matching, this guy is a pro. He's a master impersonator, and I can't do it to save my life. So
It's not true at all. None of it. You can't believe a word the man is saying.
I'll warn you, we're going to go way off topic on these.
I mean, considering like, you know, if you're gonna do like a Christopher Walken, then like by all means go off topic.
Really, explore the space. You know what I'm saying? Take that cowbell to a whole nother level. I want to hear it.
Oh my god. So my next question here is, you voiced so many characters throughout your career in video games, including League of Legends, Assassin's Creed 2, Resident Evil 4, Dead Rising, Tales of Monkey Island, and Puzzle Agent. If we were to play Kill, Bang, or Marry, who would you choose for each category?
Oh man, character or a game?
For all the characters who you voiced, like throughout your career.
F, marry, kill. So I'd marry Bigby, of course. You hear that, Telltale?
He's dreamy.
I'd have to F Mordekaiser and kill Shaco. I'm sorry, Shaco, but
Wow.
actually, you know what, man? I jumped on that without really thinking about it.
Yeah, you're like fifth bam boom, like right on it.
But I guess you're supposed to do it without thinking about it. I'm gonna catch a lot of hell for killing Shaco, though. What do you mean you want to kill me? This is Shaco Ham Lincoln behind us, by the way.
Nice. My next question here is, you'll be heading the upcoming Telltale game, The Wolf Among Us, playing as the protagonist Big B Wolf. What can you tell us about him, as well as his motivations in the story?
Well, you know, I like to be prepared. When we did The Walking Dead, I went back and read the entire first compendium and plan on reading, you know, on until the present. And so I went ahead and dug right in.
I'm current.
Yeah, this guy.
113.
He has been a since they came out. And he's helped me out a lot and explained a lot of what's going on. With Bigby, you're dealing with a guy who's along with a lot of the fables, well, first of all, they get a new shot and a redemption when they come. They sign the contract and essentially wipe the slate clean. But it's kind of tough for the big bad wolf to sort of lose some of that wolfiness.
Yeah, I mean, if you consider that this is actually prequel to the comics.
Mm.
So this goes back to when there was still a lot more doubt in Bigby, whether or not he really was fit to be this guy. And,
Right.
Because now you know him and people are kind of like used to him. They've dealt with him for a few years now. They're comfortable with him. So
I don't know if comfortable is the word, but they're a little less worried that he's going to rip their throat out at that point. You have to sort of factor in the noirish feel of the comics themselves, and obviously, that's translating very well into the artwork and just the essential vibe of the game so far. Unfortunately, don't have any answers for you as far as when it's going to be released, but I do know it's going to be pretty soon now.
Yeah.
And it's just been an amazing journey so far, and we're just getting started. I normally play the bad guy. I've pretty much been the bad guy, always the bad guy, never the bride for my entire career.
You have a good voice for it, really, yeah.
Right, yeah, and they're fun. Most actors would tell you that the bad guys are the ones that are most fun to play. But so I guess it's kind of fitting that the first time I get an actual lead in a big budget game, it's a big bad good guy.
Yeah. When I see like the trailers and like the footage for it and everything, like Bigby kind of comes across to me as like someone who I guess kind of is a product of his own like past, more or less, like just someone who really kind of falls in line with the world he's in, but at the same time while trying to make his mark in it too. Would you say that's like fair to say, like kind of like a judgment on that?
Yeah, I mean, clearly he's trying to find himself, if you want to get new agey about it. This is I mean, Eric would know better than I. They came to New York, what, 400 years ago, something like that, 300.
I don't remember the actual number now.
It's a long time ago, but still, you know, I guess being the big bad wolf, being you know, essentially the biggest, baddest bad guy in all of fairy tale land, it's kind of hard to shake that off, especially when you get into confrontational situations. Where I can't go into it too much, but we will explore that in the game, and that's what I'm really, you know, waiting for is to be able to really get down to business. You know,
Sink your teeth into, more or less.
so to speak. Yeah.
Your role as Andrew St. John in The Walking Dead could be described at the best of times unnerving, and at the worst, downright terrifying. What was your mindset like when playing this character?
Well, you know, I kind of cheated. Both of my maternal and my paternal grandmothers are both from Georgia, and so I started off there, you know, with the accent. I still, you know, I get the same question from a lot of folks, and I like to throw it back on you. What about him makes him, what other than the cannibalism? Sorry, spoiler alert. You got to remember, it's a freaking zombie apocalypse.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if Andy's such a cut and dry bad guy, such an evil, creepy guy.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, like he's not like, I wouldn't call him a cut and dry bad guy, like as far as like being totally irredeemable. But
yeah, I mean, you know, there were some good people in the Donner Party. I mean, there really was. Solid, salt of the earth folks. I mean,
I went to school with those guys. Come on.
Yeah, you know, I mean, shit, we used to throw the ball back in the day, but you know, it's sometimes.
Andy, I mean, when it comes down to it, he's a family man.
He is a family man,
yeah,
indeed.
He's looking out for his mama and his brother, and yeah, so he happens to eat some people. I mean, geez, cut the guy a break.
Oh, right.
Freaking zombie apocalypse.
Seriously, I mean.
Did you kick Andy into the fence, or did you leave him to be eaten by Mama and Danny?
I left him. Yeah, I kind of took like the high road for most of my playthroughs. So. Yeah.
Well, my hope is that, you know, through that option, maybe Andy's not dead. Just like maybe Danny's not dead.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't be holding out a lot. I will not hold my breath on that one.
With Andrew St. John, it seemed to be more of like where he just seemed to be like where he kind of grew up under, because like the mother is clearly like not of like right mind either. So like as you said, he's a family person by fault, really. Like he's totally for his family no matter what. If they say like we're gonna go jump off this bridge, we'll jump off this bridge. If we're gonna say we're gonna eat this person's leg, let's eat this person's leg. So
and like it.
And like it, yep. You're gonna eat it, and you're gonna like it. So going into in The Walking Dead 400 Days, you voiced both Leland and Bonnie's story, as well as Jerry from Vince's story.
That's right.
And like just considering like how different characters that they are, like they're very different characters in like both outside and in. How do you think a conversation would occur between the two of them?
Boy, wow, that's a really good one. I wish I...
Open a window, Leland.
Well, you know, Jerry, we don't know Jerry's story other than he's in jail and he's dehydrated.
He had the best line, though. He had that best line.
Fuck you, motherfucker. That one?
Yeah. Fuck me. Fuck you.
Hydrated up in here.
Definitely channeling Samuel Jackson. I'm a huge Samuel Jackson fan. I'm in here for killing a good old boy like you. All right. We'll leave it at that.
Okay.
This is why we can't have nice things.
An Archer fan?
Oh, man. I love Archer.
Did you know Dave Fennoy was in Archer?
Yep, he was in that space episode. Yeah.
He's done a couple, and yeah, he played a butler one time, and he was great in that.
You know, Eric and I just were lucky enough to stay the weekend at his place. Dave is amazing.
Yeah, and really too nice for his own good. Like, he's just a really nice guy.
Absolutely. Both of us want to be him when we grow up.
Yeah. Gonna slate that one right there. It's one for you there, Dave. You're the man.
That's like the last question I have here for you guys. There's a YouTube show hosted by yourself and you, Erik. What would be your elevator pitch for this show?
What would be the other? It's a couple of voiceover guys talking voiceover, and it's a fan-driven show, so we try to accommodate what the fans want to do as well. But we talk voiceover, and we interview voiceover actors.
Just to add on, yeah, I mean, essentially, it was born out of, originally, Erik had a podcast idea that he wanted to do, which was essentially just one-on-one interviews with voice actors, right?
Yeah, pretty much, and talking voiceover. So,
but and he played it for me, and I really liked it. But at the same time,
how do I get into this?
Yeah. How do I?
What's he building in there?
Erik and I, and a lot of the other, you know, friends in our circle, get the same question over and over again from mostly from summoners, from League of Legends fans, and we were trying to figure out a way to sort of en masse answer these. And also, we were working with Stefanos Rex, who is sort of a celebrity League of Legends fan. It's funny, this game, being a fan of this game can make you famous. And he does a lot of impersonations of the voiceovers in the game. And so the three of us sort of put our heads together, and I think it was Rex's idea to say, well, why don't you have an upvoting system in the comment section of each successive show, and you answer or address those comments or questions in the following show. Yeah, topics.
Whatever it is, Right. I had to shave my beard for a part, and everyone said, "How about a time lapse video of you doing that?" So we
not
did
only
that.
doing that, but doing it into his character, Draven.
We cut it down to Draven, and then had it all dyed black or whatever.
It was hugely successful. Even just the isolated video we threw on Erik's channel, and it instantly got 100,000 hits.
Yeah, it got 100,000 like a day.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think it's topped off now at like 126. But yeah, that's
right. And you know, we give away prizes each episode for the most upvoted comment or question, but really, bottom line is what Erik said, is it's a fan-driven show, driven by suggestions or questions in the comment section of the previous episode. And we're having a blast. We really are having a lot of fun. And the last thing is, we had Owen Thomas, you know him as Omid in The Walking Dead, Twisted Fate, and Victor in League of Legends, and hundreds others. We had him on initially as a guest in the second episode, and there was so much chemistry and we had so much fun that now he is a regular contributor to the show. And on top of that, we are now going to have a new contributor to the show.
Yeah, we're adding somebody new that we're not going to say, but it's coming in the next episode.
But kind of tied in with The Walking Dead and Wolf Among Us, somebody who's in the industry, who will have some really, really cool contributions to the show.
But enough about that.
Okay.
All right. Plus, we do fan art, and, you know, people submit stuff. You know, we like we said, it's fan-driven.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun.
Cool. Yeah, it's great to kind of get like that like interaction with, you know, with like the people who are appreciative of your work, but like also like, you know, for you to kind of get in like the mindset of them and just kind of, you know, for them to kind of get like a glimpse of, not to kind of boost their egos, but a glimpse of glory, if you will.
You know, the other thing is, the glory for us is we get to interview other people that we really admire, including Dave Fenoy's coming up next, and to us, that's the blessing. We're kind of VO geeks, I guess. Yeah. So, you know, when we get into, like, I'll talk about and who's doing them and just what actor and all that kind of stuff. I hear a person and I'm like, oh, that's so-and-so, you know, and I'm into it. So,
yeah.
Yeah. And Dave, again, I mean, he's just so amazingly welcoming into his big, beautiful palatial home in Hollywood and his lovely studio. But he doesn't treat us, you know, like as the sort of underlings from up north. He's, you know, straight up here.
Well, we got lucky on that one. His day is really nice. Yeah. We really got lucky. But yeah, that's the draw, is that we are into VO. So it's fun for us to talk about it. And then to answer questions, and hopefully having the fans drive us into stuff that, who knows?
Right.
You know?
I mean, yeah, they pretty much write our show for us.
That's great.
It's free. We have free labor.
Yeah. Dance for me, puppets, dance.
Yes. I am Meat Puppet. I say things you want me to. Here I go.
It's like a Russian Mario almost.
Yes, I'm a Russian Mario. It's a fun.
In Russian Mushroom Kingdom, Goombas stomp on you.
Yeah.
We got to get you on the show, bro.
Yeah.
You're near Boston?
Yes. Yep.
Ah, that's wicked cool there. That's a wicked pisser right there, I
Hey,
tell you
John,
what.
hey, Bob.
Lock my god, have a yard.
Yeah, that is the classic right there. I was just going to say that, too.
That's like the test if you're from Boston, basically, to say that one.
Yeah.
Isn't it frustrating? You put all the work into it, and then some jackass puts a video up of their cat drinking out of the faucet and gets 5 million freaking views.
Yeah. Don't you just hate that? It's like a 2-second thing of like the cat, like, meowing the alphabet or something.
Oh, he's so cute. Oh, my God, share this with everybody. It's like Kitty Blue Steel.
2 million views.
Yeah.
I love like the videos of like people reacting to like 2 Girls, 1 Cup. Like I love seeing those. And someone did one with like a Kermit the Frog doll. And like for me personally, that was like really funny because me and my friends would do like the Kermit the Frog impression like all the time in college and everything. Like it's like Kermit the Frog says he's gonna kick your ass.
Not bad. I'm waiting for Eric's Kermit.
Hi ho, Kermit the Frog here.
Professionally done, Kermit.
Watch a video here that uh-oh.
It sounds more like Everyone Loves Raymond.
No!
Let's go off.
Yeah, it does sound like Raymond, really.
Al Michaels.
What are we talking about? What? You have a very wide selection of DVDs.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell I'm like a sensitive fan.
Oh my, a lot of animation.
Oh, the animation. Oh,
there's so much of it. What shall you do with all your animation?
Sometimes I just sit back and let him go.
No, don't say that. No one just lets me go.